For the past 25 years, Blizzard Entertainment has dominated the video game landscape with their popular franchises World of Warcraft, StarCraft, and Hearthstone. Now they're taking on the first-person shooter in Overwatch. So, is it worth it? Let's find out. Overwatch is one of the most shocking games to come from Blizzard in some time. While its gameplay and production are undoubtedly in a class of their own, it's the source of influence that's so surprising. Anyone familiar with the many popular class-based multiplayer shooters of the past decade will immediately notice a number of startling parallels. And yet, Overwatch feels comfortable with these borrowed elements. There's a confidence in the way it utilizes proven concepts to create a solid foundation. But it's what Blizzard accomplishes from there in terms of polish and balance that makes it one of the best online experiences of the year so far. Beyond the initial cutscene, there's no narrative to be found in the game itself. And perhaps that's for the best, as I'm not sure how to justify a large-scale superhero battle on a recreation of the Warner Bros. Studio set. Yes, Overwatch's design philosophy doesn't acknowledge a rigid or cohesive canon. Instead, it gleefully embraces the most exciting ideas, resulting in a contagious enthusiasm. The gameplay itself is deliberately simple. 2 teams of 6 are tasked with either defending or attacking a specific point on a map before the timer runs out. There are small variations in the concept, such as both teams attacking an area or moving a large vehicle to the next checkpoint. Still, the entire focus on the game is centered around capturing or preventing capture. This narrow perspective invites players to experiment with the large and varied roster of 21 heroes. Each are equipped with a base weapon as well as 2 abilities and an unlockable ultimate ability. What makes Overwatch so addictive are the deep and often hidden capabilities of each character. In many ways, they can feel overpowered, yet the brilliant balance leaves them vulnerable only in certain situations rather than an overall disadvantage. Take for instance the mechanic Torbjorn, whose self-directing turret guns can make quick work of invading players. His rivet gun keeps him competitive in one-on-one battles. However, its close-range function and slower firing speed can't match speedier characters and long-distance snipers. Even his powerful turret will be suddenly eliminated without his nearby repair and protection. The same goes for the stealthful sniper Widowmaker, whose ability to instantly scale tall buildings allows her to pick off nearby grounded enemies, as well as a rapid-fire machine gun to escape face-to-face confrontations. But her powers are limited to her unpredictability, with a smaller amount of health compared to her fellow competitors. This is all carefully designed to encourage cooperation, with teammates compensating for each other's weaknesses. With every character divided into their own section of offensive, defensive, tank, and support, success is largely dictated by the team's ability to play within their intended role. Though this can be frustrating when paired up with less knowledgeable players, intelligent strategy makes victories feel grandiose and earned. Teamwork is absolutely the deciding factor in wins and losses, though Overwatch always recognizes the power of a single player. Ultimate abilities, which are slowly unlocked throughout a match, can drastically alter the tide of battle, delivering a strong sense of empowerment. D.Va's mech suit can be transformed into a devastating projectile, eliminating surrounding players, while the healing Mercy can immediately revive downed comrades for a second chance. Understanding the proper timing of an ultimate ability is just as valuable as earning them. This all might sound intimidating, but Overwatch effortlessly educates players with a slow drip of vital information. During the character selection screen, small hints will reveal potential weaknesses within the team. Kill cams are also featured, giving a better understanding of the colorful chaos that led to defeat. Adapting to a hero's abilities is intelligently paced, with a dedicated button to display their function and powers. Every match begins with a near minute-long waiting period, more than enough to practice and understand a hero's unique capabilities. The 12 included maps are also deceptively complex, with multiple alternative routes to gain strategic advantages. It's impossible to discuss the locations of Overwatch without addressing the incredible graphics and design. Each stage is littered with unique visual assets, adopting a culturally familiar theme. From Egyptian temples to Western American highways, futuristic cities, and spooky London streets, every environment is beautifully crafted and instantly recognizable. Overwatch's aesthetics are a sort of ambassador, guiding players towards the complex system with charismatic characters. Cigar-smoking cowboys and time-warping soldiers don't have much in common, yet the overwhelming attention to detail and magnetic personalities override any thematic disparity. Thankfully, the game's technicals are able to match the demanding visuals with a constant 60 frames per second. Simply put, Overwatch features some of the best presentation of the generation. Though this all comes at the cost of content. The gameplay itself is undeniably deep, but the options are limited. With every match based around a form of domination, there is a sense of creeping fatigue over longer sessions. While the large roster doesn't share many attributes, they also don't evolve. Unlockable crates dole out new costumes, victory poses, and sprays, but they don't include any gameplay enhancements. With so much to explore and perfect, this isn't a major issue, even if it does raise some concern over replayability in the months to come. So, is it worth it? Yes. At its most basic level, Overwatch is a simple game of domination. However, its large and unique cast of characters expand this concept into an addictive and surprisingly deep experience. It's the small touches that make every match so rewarding. From highlighting the best play of the game to allowing players to vote on the most impressive attribute, Overwatch consistently encourages smart teamwork while recognizing the value of an individual. From the initial attractiveness of the presentation to developing a feel for each class and adapting within a team role, Overwatch carefully guides players through its complex systems. Only time will tell if it's able to maintain a healthy user base, but based off the quality of the current experience, Overwatch is one of the best online games of the year. Overwatch is currently available on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One for $60, as well as the PC for $40. If you've had a chance to play it, let me know what you thought, and if you haven't, let me know if you plan on picking it up. My name is Colin Tanner, and I'll see you in the next video.